All around the world, hunger is a big issue. Individuals are experiencing it daily. How would you like to go hungry? Of course you wouldn't. Everyone is going to answer no to this question because everyone knows that food is an essential part of life. However, all across the world, people are constantly living without enough food, simply because they can't grow their own crops due to the climate that they live in. So why, when we have the ability to create genetically modified organisms that can help them, especially when in some of these countries children are going hungry, why are we questioning the benefits of these organisms? Today I hope to provide you with the truth about the positive attributes of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. These benefits not only allow for crops to be grown in these underdeveloped countries, but also have many benefits that we are constantly ignoring, simply because we have a lack of knowledge about what GMOs are. Firstly, we are constantly being misled about what GMOs are. How are we supposed to make an informed decision about something if we don't know what that product actually is? Genetically modified organisms are products that are engineered to be more productive. According to Barbara Runs from Environmental Nutrition, they are organisms that are altered using a laboratory process. While this definition may be considered vague, it provides a technical definition for what GMOs are. Runs also states that it is a crossbreeding between plants to create desirable traits. This definition is less vague and provides more insight to the process of creating GMOs. Jason Luss, in an article, Why Are We So Scared of GMOs?, states that we are simply scared of GMOs because they are a unknown. We as a society simply don't realize how many foods we consume have genetically modified products in them. In an article called The Pros versus Cons of Genetically Modified Food, states that 80% of the food we consume is made with genetically modified products. Runs also states that we have been consuming these products for 16 years. With this being said, we have simply been consuming these products for a long time without realizing it. This shows that we need to learn what they are and what foods they are in before we can make an informed judgment about whether they are good or bad. Secondly, we don't know the benefits of GMOs. In media today, we only hear the negative side. And as we know, there's a positive and a negative to almost everything. However, when we're discussing GMOs, why do we only hear the negative side? Some of the benefits for GMOs include better quality crops and better quality food, as well as making the crops grow better. In an article by Ian Mangunga called Fact Sheets Pros versus Cons, states that these crops can be engineered to withstand weather fluctuations and extremes. This is important because it will decrease the loss of crops when the weather suddenly shifts. All around Earth, the weather can shift suddenly, whether it be from droughts or floods, and these can have an adverse effect on crops. Another huge benefit of GMOs is stated by Runs. She states that herbicides can be applied to these products without harming them. This means that these products will be more resistant to harm, and when they're more resistant to harm, they will be able to grow better in climates that previously could not have crops. These benefits lead to many positive things. Lastly, we don't know the positive effects of GMOs. While we can't know the long-term effects, there are many short-term effects. By planting the crops, we can provide foods in areas that previously could not have these crops because of the harsh terrain, such as in North Africa where the climate is super hot and it doesn't rain much. Genetically modified crops can be created so that they need little water and can be planted and survive in these harsh weather climates. We can also create crops that have herbicide and are bug resistant. This will create better quality crops that will create better quality fruits and vegetables, and with better quality fruits and vegetables, we can have better quality food at a cheaper price. Manerga also states that improving food quality can create a tomato that has a longer shelf life. This is important not only for supermarkets that will be able to have products on their shelves longer, but for consumers that are constantly throwing away products because they have gone bad too quickly. Another benefit of GMOs is stated by Quinn Flessy, who states that there is a genetically engineered pink pineapple with a tomato-based pigment that might be able to prevent cancer. This is amazing to think that adding GMOs to a product might be able to prevent cancer. GMOs are slowly becoming more and more apparent. And if we continue to listen to the opinions of media and other sources without finding proper information for ourselves, we won't be able to make our own informed decision about whether GMOs are good or bad. We will also continue to ignore the benefits and the positive effects of GMOs. These benefits could vastly change the way crops go, the process of growing crops, and where they can be planted, creating a healthier, well-fed population.